Hi, this is Leslie.
And Lexy.
And Lexy and I are going to start something new. This is exciting, right, Lex?
It is. We are going to go live on Wednesdays.
And we're going to spotlight products in the Lexy line. Those of you who know us, know we have a very broad line with lots of fabulous products. But let's talk about each one of them.
Yes.
And give them their strengths, why you might need them.
Well, it's fun to dive into a specific product too. That way you guys, what's great about live is you can ask questions as we go. So when we do talk about, like, for example, today's Extreme, we can really focus on that product and you can ask specific questions about that product. So this is going to be really educational as well as being very fun.
Well, yes, we're going to have a great time, and you're going to learn something about each one of the products, because sometimes you probably wonder, well, why do they have that? Well, we're going to give you those answers, right?
Yes, exactly. So we're excited. Every Wednesday morning, we will pop on and do this. We'd love for you to join us and request any products that you would like us to do in the future.
Yep.
So yeah, what are we doing today?
Extreme. So Extreme is in the Lexy line, and it is a hard gel, comes in the pods. We have it in the 30 ml, we have it in a 50 ml, and then we have the refills.
The 120.
The 120s, and these are awesome. In the refills, we have the clear and the soft pink, But we also, in the 30s and the 50s, we have a clear extreme, we have a soft pink, we have a baby pink, and then we have a cashmere.
Our beloved cashmere.
So you ask, why would I want extreme? First of all, I'm going to start out by telling you it is probably our most popular, #1 selling hard gel that we sell.
Whoop whoop.
And
why is that, Leslie?
Well, why Extreme is so popular is because it's so versatile. So Extreme is a self-leveling hard gel. But the nice thing about Extreme is it's a little bit thicker, but it's not like Builder where it doesn't self-level. So if you want to do just a rebalance or a fill, fabulous. If you want to take a form and extend the nail, Extreme will do great with it. If you want to put on a plastic tip and use that, you can create an arch and a curve and get that shaping just beautiful with Extreme, because like I said, it self-levels. Let it do the work for you, but it's thick enough to extend with. So I think that's why so many people love Extreme, because it can do everything that you want.
Yep. You can even do it on sport length, natural nails. It doesn't have to be for forming and extending out. Right. So that's the versatility in it. It doesn't matter how short or long the nail is. You can do anything that you want. And it's also great for every nail type. Where some products are a little bit more specific to certain nail types, whether you have rigid nails, whether you have soft, weak nails. Extreme works on everybody. So it's a great product to start with if you just need, one product.
Another thing about Extreme that I think makes it so popular is it is a strong gel, but yet it has flexibility and give. So if you do extend that nail out and you create your nice structure on the nail, if you hit that nail, it does have some give, yet it has beautiful strength, and it allows you, like I said, to make that nice curve and arch. And then we have the different colors. I mean, clear is very popular, but you might want really just a touch of a light pink or a little more pink. Oh, Lexy's got them up there. Yeah, Lexy Line. It's even named after you, girl.
I know.
Durable, just like her.
Durable, strong. I like all these adjectives. Keep going. Perfect, beautiful.
We've gone too far.
Hit the brakes.
No, and versatile.
Very versatile.
But and then we have all the sizes for you. So I just absolutely think that it's wonderful. If you're doing a full set, let's say putting it on for the first time, I do think it works best if you put down a bonding agent such as tack or air bond or something, whatever you like to, that just helps the product adhere.
Yes, it does.
And then once you file and get the shaping all smooth, of course, you're gonna you can put your color on, you could put any of your hard gel colors, your ButterCreams or your glitter gels, or your P+. And then you can put super shiny over that, or P+, depending on what you're using for colors.
And that is the great thing about putting a hard gel, gel underneath, because you can put any color on top. That's true. So you can put your soak off colors or your hard gel colors over a Lexy Line. So once again, it's very versatile in that realm as well. So you don't have to just stay in one lane with soft gel or hard gel. Right. So you have so many options with Extreme, which is fun.
And I think that's why Extreme is our #1 selling hard gel in the Lexy line. There's a lot of other ones, but they're a little more specific, or this will just do everything for you.
Yeah, it's kind of a one-stop shop.
It is. It is. I really love this. And Anyway, and great colors. Do you have any questions for us, Olivia?
We do have a question.
She said.
What are they going to ask?
Love Nails would like to know, how does this compare to One Step?
Oh, good question.
It is, Love. I like your name. It's thicker in viscosity. So your One Step is a little thinner in viscosity. I wouldn't suggest that you form with One Step. I know that there are techs out there that can. Bless you.
This is the thing about lives. You can't stop a sneeze.
She's a little allergic to her
I know. Yeah. Geez, Mom, you're too close.
I know. But it's thicker in viscosity, so it allows for those extensions, to longer nails to be done. Where One Step, you can do a little bit of, like say, put a form on and extend out with it. But this is thicker and it helps it. One Step also cures to a high shine. This does not. But that is mainly the difference is the viscosity.
Everyone has such a personal preference on what thickness they like to work with.
Both of them self-level.
Extreme is going to self-level, or One Step is going to self-level a little bit faster too.
Yeah.
So that's why we recommend it with shorter nails, because it's moving quicker. So you do need to remember that if you're going to sculpt with One Step, it would be kind of, I feel like, running everywhere. So this is, you can do both with Extreme. Long nails and short nails.
Absolutely. So viscosity is the main thing.
Can you layer the Lexy lines?
Absolutely. All of our products are compatible. So let's say you want to go in and you if you're doing a full set and you're extending and you want to have something that's not self-leveling, let's say you start with Builder. You go in and do your first layer with Builder and then your second layer with Extreme where it self-levels a little bit over. You can. So all the Lexy lines, hard gels, are compatible with each other. So you can mix
You can layer them any way you want to.
Absolutely. Good question. Really good question.
Vidar asks,
Vidar, hi, Vidar. I don't ever get to talk to you very much because I
drunk her on a line, Vidar.
I do not have my own show. They took that out of my contract for some reason. I don't know why. That's the Lexy show.
We drug her to this one, right?
Yeah. So I'm excited. I love this. I love this. Yes. Anyway, the question, Vidar.
You're stranded on a desert island. You can only have one Lexy line gel.
Wow.
What are you picking? One color, one viscosity.
Wow, that's a great question.
That is. Being stranded on an island, do I get anybody to do my nails or do I have to do it myself? Now, that's scary. I would go with Extreme, and I'd probably just do the clear.
Gosh, I don't know. I'd probably go I'd go Cool Gel.
Because you're cool? Is that what you're trying to say, Lexy?
I'd go Cool Gel because that's what I wear now on my nails, and it is, I know this isn't a Cool Gel segment, but it's changed my nail game. Like, straight up. Like, it's the best product I've ever used on my specific nails. So we can go into Cool Gel
We might have
later.
to go into Cool Gel next time.
But yeah. So.
All right, what else do we get on that deserted island?
Yeah. If you could have one cocktail, what would it be for the rest of your life?
Or who's that one person you're going to pick? Or do you have to be by yourself forever? That could be scary.
Yeah. Good question. That was fun.
Yeah, that is fun. So, yeah, and like I said, also what I really like about it, it is flexible. So if you have bendy nails, Extreme will work.
Yeah.
Also with the rigid nails. And that's another reason Extreme is so versatile.
And one thing I do want to remind you guys about is, you know, the 120 size. For a bang for your buck and the best value is this, because I'm going to just show you a nice little visual.
I like this. You're going to do a pyramid?
Well, this equals 430 mLs. So that's how much product you are getting in a 120. So just remember that if you do use a lot of Extreme and you go through it quickly and it's your main gel, you should be buying the 120. So I do want to remind you, if you don't know that this exists, it does. So I do want to just let you guys know that, because it is 430 mLs.
That's pretty good. And your value, your price is always lower on the big.
And you can just squeeze it right into your jar.
Keep the jars clean though. The worst thing you can do is get dust in your jars and then you keep filling them up. That causes problems. So really be careful on refills, is to make sure you keep your desk area and your containers clean. They get contaminated and then things are not going to work.
And that goes for any gel you're using.
Absolutely.
I mean, that goes for ButterCream, that goes for
it just doesn't work. So keep clean.
Yeah.
Keep clean. Did you bathe this morning?
Keep clean. I'm working on that one.
I know.
You know? I'm working on keeping clean.
She could go a week without.
I know
taking a shower.
that island thing would be totally. I'd be so game for that, because
she would.
I would just have to I just jump in the ocean.
I think if you didn't work, you wouldn't take a shower.
Maybe, you know. At college, it was a little bit like, okay,
Yeah.
I should probably shower today.
I taught her to
And
bathe.
you're so clean.
I know.
We're so opposite that way.
Yeah, we are.
Anyways, yin and
Okay.
yang.
Yeah, we can do a
Nailed
hygiene.
by Devin says, Selena made me fall in love with One Step.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Rayer says, extreme all the way.
Nice.
Okay.
Kim also said, I budget as much as possible and the refill sizes made the most sense for my money.
It is so true.
Yep.
And you know what? Just because we're saying extreme is it's our #1 seller and it's all great, it doesn't mean that One Step or Cool Gel or Builder or Fiber or anything like that
Aren't as good.
Everybody has their favorite. It's
Yes.
a preference.
But it is nice to know that this is our #1 seller.
It is.
You know, it is like when
It
I go on a
does.
website to buy things, I do like that.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
know.
then you
Bestseller.
know it works, you know it's good,
Exactly.
you know it's solid, especially if you're a first-time user and you're
Right.
looking to pick one gel to try. It is nice to be led down that road. So Extreme is that guy.
And I think it's because of the versatility.
Yes.
And if you haven't tried Extreme before, when you place your next order with us or your distributor, we have samples of Extreme. So when you place your next order, ask for a sample. We'll be more than happy to send it to you and you can experience it yourself.
Yep.
And also, we're always here if you have questions. If you have, you can pick up the phone and we'll answer your questions, or you can give us an email on social media or anything. We are here to help you.
Yes, we are.
So we back up education and questions answered immediately on all of these products.
And it's nice to have a free sample
It is.
just to try it.
It is. Well, that's how much we believe in
Yep.
it. All right.
Any other questions?
Not yet. Let's
All right.
see. Vidar says, the best combination I found is for those who struggle with working with Builder. You can cure a base layer with Builder and create the apex with Extreme. It makes your service so much faster.
Yep.
I've seen that a lot. That's a very successful and common way to layer the two.
Yep.
Start with your builder and
Another question is there an Ideal Pink Extreme available, or is it coming down the pipeline? Ideal Pink is my favorite cover pink.
oh, we knew we were going to get this,
Yes.
right? You know, the more you guys ask, the more we'll listen.
We never
So,
say never.
We never say, well, sometimes.
Sometimes. Never is, that's a strong word though.
It is a strong word.
It might not be right in the near future pipeline, but you never know what's going to happen down the
No,
road.
and it does come from requests. So
Yeah.
if it's something you would like to see, let us know. Because we do listen.
Well, and that's what's great about being the manufacturer too, is that we have access to be like, okay, we've had a lot of people request this. Let's make it up. Let's, and it's simple for us at least to do it right here where we don't have to contact somebody else or we're purchasing our products from, overseas. So
We're just going back and whip it up.
yeah, we do have control of that, which does make it really nice. So the requests do mean a lot.
They do.
And that is how we'll end up putting something in the line.
But it goes back to that layering thing too. Let's say your cover pink is your favorite and we don't have it in the Extreme. You can, build your structure, do your fill with your Extreme, and then put a
Ideal
layer.
pink over the top.
Yeah, that's right. It was
Yeah.
Ideal Pink over the top. So you can do it that way, but we will keep in mind that. And people do request.
And people
all the
love
time.
Ideal Pink.
Yes.
It's a very
It is.
popular
It
pink.
is.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that was a good first one.
I think it was great. I hope you learned a lot about Extreme. If you have questions, like I said,
Or what we do on a
chat.
deserted island.
Yeah, well, we could have a whole thing on a whole bunch of things on deserted islands.
Yeah.
And, I might take you to a deserted island, Lexy. I think you'd be one of the most fun people to be with.
Even though I don't shower.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just throw you in the ocean.
Well,
Anyway,
thank you guys.
thank
And
you guys.
don't forget, in your next order, request a sample of Extreme. And don't forget about the 120s. They are your best value. And let's do a little Extreme cheers.
Yes, and don't forget, from Wednesdays, you're going to see Lexy and I talking about a new product. So,
So next week, you'll have to tune in and know what it is.
that's right. So
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye.